Okay, we are in. It's the Colum Tyrrell Podcast. We got the boys from Rough Week.
Yes, sir.
Yes, Luke Touma or Touma.
Touma, you got to
Christophe something.
Just leave it at that.
Christophe,
That's cool.
well, you're the only one. I have a tendency with names like that where you go, no one else's.
No, you don't know how to learn the last name.
When there's another one shows up.
Well, there's no other Christophe.
But it is
comedy.
French, is it, or something?
Yeah, it's French. My last name's Jean.
By the way, this is a new equipment. I have recorded an episode with it last week, but I never used headphones because I'm a fucking renegade. But it turns out there's like cool sound effects.
You can do sound effects?
Yeah.
Give me a. Okay, do you want? No,
You've really mastered this.
No,
Yeah, you nailed this.
Do you want to do a large robot or a small robot?
Let's do a large robot. I like big robot.
Yo, we all sound like robots right now.
Oh,
do
wait,
we?
really? Oh, shit.
It's a fucking
Oh, wait a second. Hello?
support the Patreon.
No, you sound like a robot.
Oh, do you guys sound like robots?
No, we don't.
You guys are very
I
good.
can't even hear my voice coming back in this.
No?
No.
Oh,
You want to
maybe
hear
let me
Colin as a robot?
Let me hear.
It's so funny.
Yeah, you
Let's hear it.
I'm a robot now. Can you hear me?
Yeah,
dude.
but you don't hear us,
This
right?
is me, a robot, saying support the Patreon.
You sound like a racist robot.
Wait, can you not hear yourself now?
Yeah, you can't hear me.
I can't hear my.
Hello?
No, I can't hear me either.
Oh, maybe is it this or something?
Yeah, it's probably those.
Did that
maybe.
do it? That couldn't have done.
I don't know.
I don't fucking know, man.
We're showing up on the thing.
Yeah,
they
it's-
can hear us.
You're showing up, but if you can't hear you, then there's
Yeah.
something wrong. This is the problem. Last
All
weekend. Okay, you talk now. Go talk.
Hello, and welcome to the Colum Tyrrell Podcast.
Hello.
Turn our mics down.
You turn our mics off.
No, I can't. It's just light.
Check.
No,
Hello,
hell yeah, this
hello.
is crushing. Now we're crushing it. This is good.
We're killing it right
Hey,
now, dude.
better safe than
Awesome.
sorry, fellas.
What an
Yeah.
intro.
If you want to help the pod and get us a producer, head up to Patreon/Colum Tyrrell. I've got a new goal. Do
What's your
you
goal?
guys do the goals or no?
We
We
haven't
haven't
even launched
Patreon yet.
Patreon.
Yeah, we're
No.
going to. But
Yeah, you got to give someone. They like to support you, somehow.
They keep saying it. We're gonna do it.
yeah, we'll
yeah.
do it.
The ideal would be there used to be Patreon first came out. You could just have a donation thing, like a donation
Yeah.
button, and you didn't have to give them anything. And then Patreon came in and went, "Now it's got to be a thing." And you're like,
Yeah.
"Fuck yeah, Patreon."
Now you see comics like plugging their Venmos. It's like, dude, you look like a stripper.
Yeah, it's tough
Damn,
because
dude.
I thought I don't even do the YouTube ads anymore either because it was like it just kept getting demonetized and everything.
Oh,
So I just
yeah.
said fuck. And there's also kind of a part of me where you're like, "Yo, fuck this, dude." But at $200, it's $200.
Yeah, it's nice.
It's
nice.
and I need
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Because it's all the people at home who have fucking nice little union jobs going, "Oh, you fucking sell out. You fucking, you work for the man, dude." You know what I mean? Anyway, oh yeah, the next goal is because I figured everyone goes big with their Patreon goals.
Yeah.
So it's like, yo, we're going to Italy for the boys or whatever, you know what I mean? And mine is I'm not a fry an egg.
Yeah, that's huge.
At 812 Patreon subscribers, your boy Colin was frying an egg. What? It's not to break the internet.
Yeah, you're gonna scramble it at 1,000.
I think I can make about an hour of a content of me going down to the
The
shops.
store.
That
Yeah,
is funny to just
you can
have
do like a whole
mundane
vlog.
goals. That's so funny.
That's all
to have
my whole thing is
mundane
going to just be.
At 723 patrons, I'm gonna go buy a roll of toilet paper.
It's so funny. Like you did say, someone suggested go for a walk around the park. Like, I'll go for a stroll around the park.
Dude, I will give the pod fans credit for hating the ads because we do advertise things that no comics use clearly.
Yeah.
It's like mattresses. It's like everybody sleeps in hotels. Better
nice.
help. Nobody's getting
Yeah,
the adequate
therapy.
therapy. It's like these are mentally ill guys who are sleeping in a Best Western in Cleveland. Like they're not using any. It's like,
I did
Yeah.
once I got some sort of mortgage advisor thing where they were helping people apply for mortgages.
Yeah.
And I was like, yo, you came to the wrong place, my friend.
Yeah, that's great.
You need some sort of debt consolidation.
exactly.
Western Union ads.
Yeah, Western Union Rent a Center.
Yo, I'm not sorry.
Layaway based.
I'm gonna start a loan sharking to my fans.
Oh, that's
what I
good.
need. Set up like some high interest credit card debt thing.
Yeah, you should do that through the Patreon.
Yeah,
Use
guys,
it like
it's
a
just
pyramid
what
scheme. Like some of your money goes to other people's money.
Yeah, that's look. Any way to milk the fucking fans, you know? You gotta milk them dry.
You got to milk them.
There's a lot of these YouTube guys who are just doing straight up pyramid schemes. Still,
Oh, yeah.
You get in, you invite 5 friends in,
Yeah.
you make a percentage of every. I'm like, that's literally a pyramid. It's a multi-level marketing scheme. I'm like,
was
it's like they're just their entire like YouTube channel is
Yeah.
illegal. It's like a federal crime.
The Logan Paul thing, right? Because
Yeah.
he did what with crypto or something? Like he
Yeah,
made
he
up
had
a
a-
coin. He did like the classic pump and dump, make up a coin,
Yeah.
advertise for
But there was
it.
a lot of celebrities just sign their life away because someone just comes to them and goes, "Hey, we got a thing to invest in. We'll give you $1 million." Like,
Yeah,
sure.
sure.
Like they don't
Yeah.
even think it's any different
Did
than
I see,
advertising.
like,
for
yeah,
charity.
I would respect it if they scammed all their fans and they were like, "I'm out. I'm retiring.
I love
like
a
I got
scam.
your money. I'm out."
Yeah.
But they keep, but they're like still like 2 years later. They're like, "So all right, we got the new show launching on
I know.
Tuesday." It's like,
Yeah,
you already
yeah.
scammed them.
Well, enough people
Yes.
forget or don't care or were like, I thought it was going to work. Like they don't understand that it's a scam, so they just keep going
Yeah.
along. They're like, I'll support Logan Paul to the day I die.
Yeah.
Who's that guy?
I mean, a real fucking idiot.
Just a real dumbass.
Who's still like
dumbest guy.
Do or die Loganite?
Yeah.
Just a grown man who's a ride or die Logan Paul
Right.
fan.
He saw him in the
I've been with him
suicide-
since Vine, bro.
Yo.
He's always stayed
Yeah,
loyal.
Since every day. I've been with them since every day.
Dude,
and-
England's my city, bro.
Bro, he said every day, bro, and it really was every day. Like he's been with me.
He's
Until
actually-
one particular incident.
Yeah, dude.
With the suicide forest? That's
Which-
so funny.
In the grand scheme of things, not even the worst thing of all time, but it was just like, yo, let's get this kid. It's like when some kid you don't like wears like an okay shirt, you're like gay ass shirt. What?
I think it's worse than that.
No, he went to a suicide forest and said,
We all do that.
He
We
said,
all,
hang in
we've
there,
all-
buddy, or something.
Yeah,
What was it he said?
Something,
He said
something hilarious.
I actually didn't have that much of a problem with that one.
I did not.
To be honest, the crypto scam, I'm like, that's
That's
gay.
way- that
but
is
like
worse.
filming a dead Japanese guy, I'm like, objectively funny.
Yeah.
Not
it's-
objectively interesting video.
Right.
Go look at this dead Chinese guy.
It is
He
interesting to
didn't
go.
scam anyone out of money.
Well, he went to the Japanese forest, which is a Japanese suicide forest, which is probably cool thing to go to. There's probably some real like poetic shitty vlogs about it where like someone's like, oh, they play music and they're like, oh no, this guy.
He's so
Oh,
sad.
just need help or whatever. And
Yeah.
he came in and goes, yo, look at this zipper head. Look at this fucking quitter. Like this coward.
Jesus
Well, you know what it
Christ.
was
Look
was
at
the
it.
like happy vlog energy because he was dressed like a Pokemon. 'Cause,
Yeah,
like,
yeah. Was he
Vice-
dressed like a
he had
Pokemon
the
trainer?
mittens
He
on.
was. He had
Oh,
like
Yeah,
God.
the heads that have attached to it.
yeah, he had like an anime. He had like an anime
I
hat
forgot
on.
that detail.
Which
That
is
is true.
that's the problem is really your energy because Vice
Yeah.
could have done this. Vice could have gone. We're going to take you to the suicide forest. Look at this poor dead Japanese guy.
Yeah.
He must have committed suicide in the suicide forest.
Yeah,
and you'd be
probably.
like, what a riveting YouTube documentary.
Yeah.
But because he's like, well,
Yeah,
he
he
just
goes-
he's
yeah,
like
and
on
then he-
Pokemon Go.
He goes something like, yo, check out him. He's just hanging out. And then
Yeah.
everyone's
It's like meme cuts. he's like on Pokemon Go. He's like, we were looking for Charizard. We found something else.
yeah.
It's
Now,
interesting,
Smash
though.
that like button.
They're both like both people are
Tomorrow we go to the
exploiting-
abortion clinic. What are you saying?
They're just both like a Vice documentary and Logan Paul are both doing kind of the same thing.
Yeah.
In a way, they're just like, yeah, I'm just gonna film dead guys for views.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, like Logan Paul was just like, oh,
No,
yeah,
if I saw
no.
like Louis Theroux do a
Yeah,
video
it'd be,
where
like,
he's like in the
really-
suicide forest, I'd be like, wow, this
Wow.
is so interesting.
This is
But
crazy.
because
Yeah.
it's like a vlogger, I'm like, what if
Yeah.
this gets
Dipshit,
creepy?
fucking-
yeah, the lack of respect, I guess, is what
Yeah.
really does it
It's
in.
the quick cuts, the fucking
Yeah.
like he puts his hand over it and then goes back to
Yeah.
in a
It's
different
just like
location.
Mr. Beast edits.
Yeah.
It's fucking crazy.
they added in like the red X's over the guy's eye.
Wasted.
I got 10 strangers. I got 10 strangers and brought them to the Japanese suicide forest. First person to find 5 people who are hanging from a tree wins $20,000.
Whoever finds the tallest dead Japanese guy.
Whoever finds the best rope work.
Did you see that there's a new Mr. Beast thing where you like, it's a hilarious title. It was, I put 100 people in cubes from ages 1 to 100 to find out what the best age is.
He's just
Yeah.
working for ICE.
Yeah. He's just putting kids in
I put
cages.
100 people in cages.
to find out what the
I
best
put a-
cage is.
He's like, they are cubes.
I put
Technically.
100 Mexican-looking people in a cage.
I sent 100 Mexican people back to Mexico.
Someone says, I'm from Ecuador. He's go back to
Get
Mexico.
the fuck out of here.
He's like quit.
Senor Beast.
He's like giving them like the senior.
No, the Senor Senor Beast.
Oh, Senor Beast.
Senor Beast. My papa, he won me.
He's like a legend that they tell about the border.
Senor Beast.
Don't go there. Senor Beast is there.
Senor Beast is making vlogs over that way.
He does not let you leave the circle.
Do not pass
You cannot be the last person leaving the circle.
If you leave, he's just got an ice sniper.
Yeah.
As soon as you step out the red circle, you get fucking shot in the head.
So
Senor Beast.
You never travel east of the river, Mr. Beast over there. Many go, never return. Mr. Beast.
Mr. Beast is like their Diablo.
Yeah, he's La Chupacabra. Senor La Chupacabra.
He say he cure your blindness, but no.
He took my cousin to Mr. Beast to
Man.
cure his blindness.
He did not let me leave the circle, and honestly, my cousin's still blind, so it's really like it was not a good trip.
Dude, Mexican Mr. Beast would be crazy.
Yeah.
The reward is like $1,000,000 pesos, and you're like, what is that, like $38? Like, just inflation. He just figures out.
We fit 400 people in one van.
We hired 7,000 people outside of a Home Depot.
I'm giving this guy 28 pesos to buy as much as he can at this wet market.
Dude, when I moved here, my dad and I, when I first moved to Queens, Woodside, shout out Woodside.
Shout
We
out
were talking
Woodside,
about
shout
it
out
earlier. My dad and I just went to Home Depot. Like, we didn't go to Home Depot actually. We went to a park in Queens, and there were like Ecuadorian day laborers there. And my dad was just like, "I'll give you $20 each to help us," because I was on a 5th floor walk up.
Yeah, of course.
To help us move boxes, and it was so funny. We had a lot of boxes for some reason, like because I moved my ex-girlfriend, so it was like both of our shit. Dude, literally halfway through, one of the guys goes, "No more." He's like, he just quit.
He's tired.
It's like this guy was drinking Modelo's since 8 a.m. waiting for a job. Halfway through, he's like, "This is bullshit, man.
This is
I'm
too
on."
much.
I didn't know.
That's hilarious.
I didn't sign up for this shit, dude.
Wow.
That's so funny. You go, no, I'm not come here for a better life. No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, that's
They're the
insane.
best. These Spanish homeless guys are kind of just the most fun.
Oh yeah.
They're just like, there's always a group of them in the corner. They're hanging out. One of them has their shirt off, shaking his big fat belly. They're drinking warm Modelo's or fucking.
Dude, 9 a.m. The first day I was in New York, it was 9 a.m. I was on the corner, in some corner in Bushwick, and it was just 7.
Yeah.
Drinking 40-ounce
And you go,
Modelo's.
are they celebrate? Like, did they get off work early?
yeah. I literally had these thoughts.
Are they off work early? Because they were wearing boots and covered in mud.
Yeah.
And you go, because there's a real thin line between
Yeah.
like a hardworking Mexican and a homeless one.
Yeah, I was like, they must do like a construction night shift.
Something, and they're just drinking cans and they're like, and they're dancing. You know, I love them. They're better than the fucking white homeless coming up to you like, oh, my kids have fucking
it's some
rabies
sob
or
story.
whatever. Can I have someone? He's just there going,
Yeah.
that's sword fighting. That's all they're doing is
Dude, I saw one of them just take a straight shit. He was bleeding profusely too at the same time. He had like a
From his
crusty,
ass?
bloody nose. No, not from his anus, thank God.
You
But
watch a bloody Mexican take a shit in
yeah,
public.
yeah,
9 a.m. Go,
yeah, dude. It was early in the morning.
Gotta
Too.
blow off some steam,
It's
you
a
know,
lovely-
work the
lovely-
night shift.
Lovely country. We
Work the
have.
night
Yeah, because I walked to the corner store to like get a fucking coffee or Celsius or whatever in the morning, and then I see him and he's passed out with blood just running down the front of his nose, and it was clear he had just fallen
Yeah.
while drunk and just smashed his nose. And then I came back from the store and he's looking very like furiously, like he's like clearly looking like for a place to take a shit, and he's like, oh, what the fuck. And then he just sticks his ass through a iron rod fence and just shits through the iron rod fence.
So you found up to a
Like a vertical fence. He just leaned against it. Shit up. It was like he windowed his ass so he could score. And the most like,
That's a serious quad workout, dude.
oh,
That's
yeah,
like
dude,
a wall.
that's
sit.
yeah, he was wall
insane.
sitting and straight, and it was the wateriest shit I've ever seen in my life.
Dude,
Oh my god.
It was like,
dude, you know how like the classic image of construction workers like all lining the job catcalling women?
Yeah, yeah.
There was in Maria Hernandez Park in Bushwick, there's benches on both sides in the entryway. So the entry path you go in, and it was just like old tios, like these old Mexican
Yeah.
guys. And they were like the line of catcallers, but they were so drunk because they would just sit at these benches and drink till 8 a.m. If a hot girl walked by, it wasn't like, hey, shawty, how you doing? Or whatever that is in Spanish.
Yeah, yeah.
It was just vaguely Mexican groans. Like a hot girl would walk by and like 8 like middle-aged Mexican guys go, Like that was like the peanut gallery. That was like the day later peanut gallery.
Yeah, I mean, the level of drinking.
No, Mexicans get after it.
They
And
get
also, but
after it.
Yeah, but I also get it. Like you walk there from fucking Ecuador. You just
Yeah.
fucking.
What are
like,
you gonna do when you get there?
Yeah, fucking why not? You're already made it.
Yeah, you gotta
made
party for 25 years until you pass away.
Yeah, fuck it, dude. What a life.
Yeah.
One of the best days I had in the pandemic, same when I was living in Bushwick right around Maria Hernandez, I was like, it was full lockdown, nothing was going on. And I just like heard noise from like the little cellars, you know, like where the cellar doors are next to like a bodega. It was open and the staircase down. I heard like music. I got down there. Dude, it's all these middle-aged Mexican guys all drinking Modelo's, live band. Dude, they had a full-on party and they were like, come on! Like they called me down. Dude, I was hanging there. Like, dude, one of them just handed me a beer. I was alone. I was like hanging there. I got home and my girlfriend was like, oh, what have you been up to? I was like, party with 60 Mexican dudes. She was like, what are you talking about?
A
I was
basement
like,
full of Mexicans.
they had like a full band. Like they had like amps and guitars.
She immediately thought you were cheating.
Yeah.
No, it was 60 Mexicans in a basement.
Mariachi.
This band, they gave me beers, they loved me.
One of them gave me a hickey. It was a thing.
We're gonna suck my cock.
They sprayed me with perfume.
Very, very floral smelling Mexicans. That's like a dream.
I'd love
It was crazy. Yeah. I've always like, I figured people wouldn't believe me. So there was like friends of mine that just didn't even tell because I was like, it was insane.
Bullshit.
Yeah. It was right on like it was either Knickerbocker or Irving in Bushwick.
Okay, yeah.
Just they must have run the bodega and they were like, fuck this, man. I'm not locking down.
Wait, can you say that street again? I hope that worked out perfectly.
Anyways, as I was saying, I'm a huge fan of the NBA. It's a great.
I don't have headphones in, so that was like I couldn't see.
It was a half court eve.
Yeah, that was like a Damian Lillard buzzer beat. just dupe me into saying the N-word on a podcast.
But some of those bodegas. So I used to work in the Bronx in construction, and then on Fridays there was this bodega across the street that there was like a deli, and I had a couple of like stools, and then everyone would just go in there. They'd buy beers and just sit on those chairs,
like
and
a
the
bar.
music was blasting. It was like a guy would come on a mic and start like singing Spanish music. It was fucking crazy. And we would be white. I'd get home at like fucking 6 o'clock in the afternoon, fucking shit face after drinking just Modelo Tall Boys all day.
Drinking those 40s all
But
day.
there's a few of those bodegas. Like there's one in the city where I used to have the old studio, where the upstairs thing, just all Mexicans get wasted all day, every day. You just go downstairs, grab the cans, go up, and they just sit there, and no one really says anything to them. That's like a video I'd like to see someone. When instead of going, did you know that fucking St. Pete's Tavern was built in 1912? You know,
Yeah.
I want to see them. So we go, yo, these are the best bodega 2 p.m. fucking
places to get shit faced.
Yeah,
She's gonna get them blown up by the cops,
fiestas.
though.
You really have
I
to.
know that's the problem. You can't record it and post it online.
Yeah.
But I would love to see someone. That's a genuine travel thing. I'd like to see someone go.
Yeah, the
These are the
travel
best
blog.
bodegas to drink in New York.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Yeah, like you have to go to the outer boroughs to get the real New York experience.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
because Manhattan is just too expensive.
It's the
So
mall.
it's the only people who it is a mall. It's a giant. The
It's
only
the
people who can
mall.
afford
Yeah.
to live in Manhattan are like white women's fathers. Like, like a 25-year-old white girl. That's rent's like $7,000. I'm like, yeah, it's a blonde child's dad.
Yeah.
Is the person who can afford this.
Right.
But if you go out to like Queens, the Bronx, like deep in Brooklyn, that's where you're gonna find like Caribbean block party, Mexicans party in a basement,
Yes.
Vietnamese rub and tug. Like that's where you're gonna find like
The real
where you're like
Queens,
New York's
real
like
New
the
York.
wild. New York's fucking crazy. It's like you got to go out there. And nobody's really from New York. They're from like fucking Ecuador. But they're really keeping the spirit of New York alive.
Yeah, for sure.
Whereas like the Manhattan is
Yeah.
just a big TikTok video.
Yeah.
It's like the Bronx. The amount of people in the Bronx that you never see, like the amount of like Muslim Africans up there. Because in Ireland we got a lot of muzzies, right?
Yeah,
And
we
we
like Somalis and Ethiopians and
well, just a lot of people wearing stuff around their face. I never stopped to ask exactly what's going on. If they're wearing a hijab.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I saw McGregor's pissed about it.
Is
He's not happy.
About the
Some little
immigrants.
Irish girl got like stabbed by a Muslim immigrant. He's like,
oh yeah,
he's like,
Ah, okay, yeah.
we need to take the country back.
Well, yeah. The problem was, some guy just went on a slashing spree,
Yeah.
and stabbed the baby, and he was an immigrant, but I
Yeah.
don't know if he was like illegal or what happened, but then he also got taken down by an immigrant. It was like a seamless delivery driver from Brazil drove by and then fucking hit him with some capoeira.
Really?
Whatever
The capoeira? He was dance fighting him?
Fucking hit it, yeah. And then
Yeah.
so I don't know. But that caused a ruckus.
Yeah.
But Ireland's, everyone's torn like that, you know what I mean?
Everyone's having their like right-wing anti-immigration moment across the world. Like
Yeah,
all throughout
huge.
Europe, they're getting the right-wing like leaders who are hard on immigration. I think Uncle Donnie's gonna be back, and then they have that guy. Argentina's got that guy Javier Milei.
Yeah, he's a fucking loony.
Oh
Dude,
my
he
God.
looks creepy, dude.
Yeah.
He looks like
Psychotic.
an SVU villain. Like he
And
looks like a
love
Law
him.
and Order villain.
And the amount of people that are sharing him going, oh, we need him.
Oh, I
need
know.
him.
They love
dude.
him.
I was looking him up. He's like a full-on like anarcho-capitalist.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
he's just like, dude, like he's the best president we've ever had. He's just like
He's just selling all their natural resources to his
Yeah.
buddies. He's just
He's
like,
cutting
nah, the
everything.
roads are private.
They're
Fuck
like
it.
he's like the real life like Joker, and they're like this guy.
Yeah, he's
saved
amazing.
the
We love
country.
him.
But
But he is
he-
fired up.
I
Yeah,
don't know. A lot of people they need answers or whatever. You know what I mean? They just
Yeah.
fucking need shit. So they go, let's go beat up a fucking Muslim.
They don't have enough meaning in their lives.
Yeah.
They get to that
But
point.
the thing is, I've been in places when they don't have immigration and they stink too. You know,
Yeah,
it's just
yeah,
you just
yeah.
go point at the other person.
yeah.
Yeah.
Have you been to the Scandinavian countries? Like
Yeah,
Sweden?
I've been to Sweden.
I've heard they're expensive. Do you like them? I've heard they're like very expensive. That's all I've heard.
It's very
really.
expensive places.
Yeah, like Copenhagen.
People are beautiful up there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hitler had some fucking.
They were angels.
Just say what you want about Hitler.
Dude, every time we do a podcast with you, you start talking about Hitler. I'm like, every time we do a podcast with you.
What's that? I was talking about his tasting dogs or something.
Yeah, every time, literally, like it takes 20 minutes before you're like, Hitler has some good points.
Once we get to a certain, now we're
Let's
podcasting.
call
dude.
him loosens up, dude.
Well, I have been watching a lot of World War II videos of like how Hitler could have won. Like I'm just learning from his military mistakes. I was like, oh, dude, if I could go back and give him this video, dude, if I had a time machine, I'd go back and give fucking Hitler a video about 10
You're like
top 12 mistakes.
You're like a golfer watching the guy before him putt. You're like, okay, the
how it's
green
lined.
curve's left. Okay,
You gotta read the
Poland.
You gotta read the green. You gotta read the green there.
Poland curves left.
Yeah, the Swedish are, it's fun. It's very expensive.
They're tall, blonde, blue-eyed chicks. Is that?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Yeah, and like there's girls there. There's literally girls there that are working in fucking like Burger King that would be over
They're
here would just
like
be some
angels.
arm candy fucking
For some
OnlyFans
rich guy.
whore.
Yeah.
like they're a dime a dozen over
Yeah,
there.
true.
And then they had a lot of immigration years ago from Africa. So then these big fucking sexy bulls breeded with these beautiful angels, and then you got the most beautiful mixed race.
Oh, that sounds
generation.
right up my alley.
Yeah. That's
I want a girl with a hot black dad and a Scandinavian mom.
fuck yeah,
That's
dude.
ideal for me,
Just a
dude.
sexy black dad.
How hot is your
It's a
dad?
fucking
First date. How
big
hot is your
black
dad?
dad.
Yeah, what's your dad? What color is he?
How hot, what color is he and how hot is he?
Yeah, he's like a sexy, like a.
You're on such a blind date. Or
Dude, if a girl doesn't have a picture of her big black dad on Tinder, I'm not swiping, dude. I gotta see
Yeah.
the dad. I gotta see the pops.
Yeah,
That's how you know if you're getting scammed or not. Show me the big black pops.
just a beautiful Idris Elba looking dad.
yeah.
That would be nice.
Yeah, I kind of want to go up there. I mean, I feel like it's pretty up there, right? Like Copenhagen and Stockholm and stuff.
And I
or
went
is
to
it-
Copenhagen. I went to Stockholm. I went to a place called Malmo and a place called Gävle. And I can't really remember the difference in the two of those places. And it's just a Stockholm's another city.
Yeah.
Kind of cool to just see that part of the world. It's expensive. People are kind of very standoffish. They get crazy drunk very fast. You know?
Yeah, they love
But
drinking.
they had real good English speaking comedy shows. I
Yeah,
did a
they
bunch-
all speak English.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they all speak because I think they watch English TV.
Yeah,
They never created like
They speak like French as well. I think it's like French, Swedish, and
that's in
English.
like Belgium. They speak a bit of fucking everything.
Yeah, yeah,
Belgium
yeah.
speaks a lot of Walloon or something they call it as well. It's just
Oh,
their own
Flemish?
Flemish,
Yeah.
yeah.
Dude, you know where they're not lookers is Scotland.
Yeah.
Those are rough looking.
You want to say that to my fucking face?
Are you Scottish? But you're French.
Well,
Case
I'm
in
half
point.
French,
Case in point.
and then the other half I'm just Irish, Scotch
I
Irish,
rest my case, Your Honor.
and a little Italian.
There you go.
The floor is yours.
But I feel like they all do look like me, despite my being half
Dude,
French.
everybody-
The question is how invaded has the country been?
Yeah.
It results in usually how good looking the people are. That it's the more you mix it all in together, the
The better it looks. I mean, Sweden seems pretty isolated. All these Norwegian places, or
No, Sweden had Russia fighting over them,
like Celts
the
and
Danish,
Gauls
the
and
Vikings.
I didn't count other white people in my head.
Yeah,
That's
and
like when in New York you see beautiful women all the time and dudes, and
And
then you go to
hot
fucking
guys.
you go to
Let's not
Omaha,
forget
you're
about
like,
the bras.
Christ.
I
Yeah.
mean, it
Jesus.
is crazy. I was in the South for a while, and it is what.
That's just the way you said it.
It was in the
I'm
South.
in the South.
What's that what I sound like? Do you drink your fucking coffee? Anyway.
Anyway, Christophe, what were you saying?
in the South. But the level of obesity there is like,
It's crazy.
it's wild.
When you go to a place that sells a bunch of like I Heart Jesus shirts, you're about to see the ugliest fucks you've ever seen. God has not blessed their
Even
immune
like-
system.
Yeah,
or
dude.
Like being at the Austin airport, you think like, well, it's, you know, a
Yeah.
major metro area, whatever. It's like a bunch
Yeah.
of tech people are there now. It's like, no, there's still some
No,
Big-
there's some fatties.
You're
big
not-
hosses.
You're
Yeah.
not supposed to
New
drive.
Orleans airport.
Dude, New
Yeah.
Orleans has
Big
massive
people.
I know you big Louisiana fucking
Yeah.
sweaty.
You said something to me
Big
that I
gumbo
thought was so
eating.
interesting. It's like always stuck with me that like the bleakest poverty you've seen has been just traveling across the middle of the United States.
Oh, it's horrible that
Yeah,
they don't
yeah.
show. They don't show you because like you kind of see these like hillbilly Appalachian places where it's kind of more like it's almost like a cartoonish version of America. You see it on they talk
Yeah.
about these trailer park places, but you don't really see it. It's only ever like in
Right.
And then when you go past some of these places, because we drove during COVID, we drove from here down to the Outer Banks in one of the Carolinas, and you have to go to like parts of Delaware that are fucking dude. You're on a motorway or a highway, and then there's just people living on the highway,
Yeah.
and that's their house, and it's like a lot of land, but there's nothing but overgrown grass
Right.
and a
Dude.
couple of cars that have been abandoned, and like
It's
the
brutal.
doors on the house are like hanging off the hinges, and it's like all rusted paint, and you kind of go, "What's going on? Are you guys? You can't keep up." The house is
Dude,
falling
Well,
apart.
something happened there.
Something
like-
happens though, where at one point someone goes, the door falls off a hinge, and they go, "That's just what it is now."
Yeah, that's the
Well,
door.
door's fucked.
Yeah, that's the door.
I guess they're Delaware.
You used to have a door. I ain't got one anymore.
Well, all those
door
Appalachian
died
places
3 or 4 years ago.
It's
are
bad.
fucking
A lot
brutal.
of see. Everyone talks about America being the best, and there's some people that probably live in the shittiest points are always like, "Yo, I love this country."
Yeah, it
The
is,
people
uh,
that have gotten the worst out of the country are like, "This is the best place."
You know what annoys
Yeah.
me is like I see all these
Never
people
been
that
anywhere
are
else.
these people that are really into urban planning, like walkable cities, etc. Because Europe's got so many walkable cities.
Yeah, yeah.
They have great public transportation. The urban planning's great. The city layout's great. And people in America are like, understandably to a degree, they're like, I want that here. But it's like, yeah, because you liked New York, you liked San Francisco. It's like you go to Kentucky, you're like, why would there ever be a thriving metropolis here?
Yeah.
Build a city here. Literally, why would you do that?
There's not enough
It's
people in like the state.
no.
Yeah.
These people don't want. The point of living out there is to get a giant house for $40
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
100 acres of land and
Yeah.
drink yourself to death. It's
Yeah,
not
but that-
but
like have a community.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, that logic applies to like Tampa. And it
Yeah.
applies to like these kind of middle-sized cities where it's impossible to get around for no reason. Houston is like ridiculous.
Well, that's all because of Robert Moses.
Yeah.
Robert Moses was a huge racist, and he designed cities so that you
I
could
know, big
basically
fan.
you could like,
There's this book on the shelf there.
he used
Shout out to
highways.
Queensboro Bridge, Robert Moses. I'm pretty sure.
Did he do that?
He did most of the Everton of New York.
He used highways to
Oh.
segregate people. So, like, if you ever been to Red Hook, Brooklyn, there's
Yeah.
no train
Yeah.
down there. It's because there was a bunch of black people living in projects, and he was like, "We'll just gash it off the highway." It was like he was driving. Let's forget about that
So
one.
circle that around.
But he did a lot, and a lot of his shit got turned down actually, which is now, thank God, because he was planning on having New York pretty much just all motorways. They was planning on having
Oh,
a
God.
bridge going through New York, like through Midtown.
Manhattan?
Yeah,
Yeah.
there was supposed to be a highway through Manhattan. so that you couldn't even go up and north and south. You would have had to go over bridges to get through this fucking highway or something like crazy.
Yeah, he wanted everything to run by cars, and he wanted to be able to chop off the black neighborhoods with highways. And he kind of did it in a lot of cities.
He did,
and now everything's gentrified, so you just live in like a shitty area where you have to drive everywhere, and it's just basically a giant strip mall.
But those places now in New York are good though. Like the places where you have to get a bus to the train.
Yeah,
it's like
yeah,
usually
yeah.
suburban families who have cars.
Now they're nice.
Yeah,
like Red Hook's awesome.
Red Hook's great.
Red Hook's
Yeah.
sick. All those places like not Elmhurst, but we're, like those places where fucking all the
Masbeth.
mob used to be out there. Yeah, Masbeth is great.
Whitestone is Mill Basin. There's like places with huge mansions. They're usually like Italians or Jews. Mill Basin.
Yeah.
Isn't there somewhere in
like
the
Whitestone,
Bronx?
Queens. Oh yeah, that's Fieldstone.
Yeah,
In the
there's
Bronx.
like
That's
a gorgeous
all-
place in the
Yeah.
Bronx.
It's all Italians and Jews.
Yeah.
It's
Wow.
nice.
Yeah,
The Italians are still kicking in the Bronx. I still haven't been
I want to go to
there.
Arthur Ave.
They
It's
can't let
Arthur,
it
yeah.
go.
Yeah, my buddy who trains me, my buddy Chang, Puerto Rican dude, he's from the Bronx, and he was like, "Yeah, the Italians got their own area."
Chang, of course.
He's
Of
like,
course. Chang the Puerto
Sensei
Rican.
Chang
Chang the Puerto Rican.
from Puerto Rico in the
Yeah,
Bronx.
yeah.
Yeah.
He's half Chinese.
He's half Chinese.
He's half Chinese.
Is his first name Chang?
But you mentioned Puerto
His
Rico
first
first.
name is Chang?
Yeah, his name's Chang Feliciano.
That's so funny.
And
Of course.
he sounds like
What is this like? It's like
ChatGPT.
ChatGPT wrote a character for you.
Dude, that's such
Shout
a
out
funny,
Chang, dude.
such a funny name.
Chang
I didn't know his
Feliciano.
last name. That's
Dude, he's
so
a Puerto
funny.
Rican guy with a Chinese first name and an Italian last name.
Yeah,
He's
and
visibly
he's
Puerto
from the
Rican.
The
These-
most Bronxian.
Yeah.
And what is he from Arthur Avenue? And he comes and goes, "Oh, hey,
it's
the
me,
gabagool."
Feliciano.
Oh, hey, here's your bathroom
Yo,
work.
Oh,
It's the best General Chow's I've had all day.
you burnt the fucking char siu.
Oh, okay.
He was saying nobody fucks with the Italians. He was like, the Italians got their own shit up there. Ain't nobody fuck with them. He's like, none of them little hood kids. They don't fuck with them. And I was like,
Arthur
That's right.
Avenue.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
But you still go up there, all the bars, if you do any shows up there and stuff like that, because Figs is up there, you run some shows up times.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, and like you go up and then like it's almost like a parody of like it's two
so
Italian. You walk
Italian.
in, they have the salami hang, like they've got those like, dry
the
meat
cured
store.
meats, yeah.
There's this place, the mob are still probably the last place where they all can still have connections.
Yeah, I don't know Mike Figs too well, but he's an aggressively Italian. Like just growing up, he and Tommy Pope remind me of every one of my uncles or cousins.
They're like, I guess they're too Italian in their own little way.
Yeah, that is how like Italians act though. They're not like, that's not even like a put on affectation. Every one of my cousins is like, "Hey, fucking," like, everybody really, like everybody does kind of act like Sebastian.
yeah, they have it.
They're not like bullshit.
no.
It's just like
not
there's
putting it
one
on.
personality that's been developed and passed down, and it's never been edited
And
It's a
whatsoever.
cultural relic of a
Yeah, for
personality.
like 120
And
years, people in my family have been like, "Hey,
It's probably good. It's designed to make the brothers of the family hate each other, so then they're forced to go out because they're all such mommy boys.
Yeah, all
they
have
all
sex
stay in
with
the
their
same house. It's probably
mom.
bad for a community to be like that. So
Yeah.
they created a personality where the brothers can't get along.
Right.
They all have to go out and get a couple of wives.
Right,
each.
because if they all stayed along, they'd be near the mother too long.
And there would be some sort of evolution, inbreeding type of thing.
yeah,
it's like
I
a
think
natural.
so. It's an avoiding
It worked.
of incest in a way. Yeah.
These fucking walks.
It creeps me out when people are too close to their moms.
Oh,
dude.
it's freaky as hell.
It's so weird.
It's
Latin
really
guys
odd.
and Italians.
Italians want to fuck the shit out of their mother.
They do.
But black guys do not. Black guys love their mother because
They
they
love
did
their
a
mother.
lot. The mother had to do a lot.
Yeah.
A mother did a lot of the heavy lifting. Yeah, what is?
Hey, Ma, you really put a team on your back. though.
Yeah.
What is-
moms? Because you were like two moms.
Is there an Italian stereotype for how they feel about their dads?
No,
They
it's
just-
really a mom thing.
It's just like,
it's
oh, I love
just
my pops. Also, I fucking love my mother.
I just want to fuck every
Yeah.
time I eat my.
look, she's beautiful.
Try her gravy.
Yeah.
Tell me you don't want to stick your tongue down her throat.
It's usually like the dad is usually like a clown, like, oh, my dad's a goofball. It's like what again, Sebastian, where he's like, my father.
Well, my father's a character. That no one.
father's a
You never
character.
get that more than in comedy when someone who's like mad Italian goes, "You gotta meet my dad. He's a fucking character." My dad's a character. Then he comes up and goes, "Hey, pull my finger!" Like immediately. Like last party he goes, "What's up?" It's some black.
Yeah, exactly.
And then he goes, "Pull my finger." Oh, and he's eating.
Yeah, no, you're so every Italian guy thinks their dad's like the funniest person ever. And
Yeah,
he's
he's a character.
He's
He's a
doing
hoot.
like
And he's just-
retarded street
He's just
jokes from 50
this
years
obnoxious
ago.
dickhead.
Yeah, he's like, dude, my dad is literally funnier than anybody you've
Yeah.
ever met. Like, I wish he did comedy. And then
Yeah.
the guy comes, he's like, how many Vietnamese guys are screwing a light bulb? Yeah, he's real Richard Pryor, dude.
Do you hear what I said? You hear what I said to him? I said to him.
Yeah. So I says to him,
I says to him,
I says to him, I says to him.
Yeah, he always just has a little plate of fucking whatever he's
Yeah,
nipping
yeah,
at.
he's
like,
noshing
"Oh,
on
did you
gabagool and fucking pepperoncini.
Italians are so fucking fun.
They're so
Yeah,
funny.
they're
I do
fun.
like Italians. I
How
love
do you
an
feel
Italian.
about Irish Americans? Do they annoy you? Like,
Not
are
really,
there's
no.
no
There's so
difference?
many and it's so normal though.
It's so normalized. Yeah, I wish it was more of a fucking. I guess because you have in
Group.
Boston, where it's just like, yo, it's the fucking
Yeah, it's
Celtic
fucking,
tattoos.
you know, it's
I'm
like
Irish.
Danny
yeah.
Sullivan, yeah, or
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. They never. I don't feel like they have. They held on to certain religious stuff that we never held on to. You know, that's
They're
the
deeply
problem.
Catholic.
That's the problem when people move. It's generations. It does start to fucking. You move
That-
like
yeah.
across, so then you think you're like this, but you're not.
Yeah.
So it's like any Chinese fucking or anything.
I heard the
First generation Chinese here go back home, and then they all call them round eye losers. And they're like, oh.
Well, I heard the Chinese here are more like in Chinatown and Flushing and stuff. They're more traditional Chinese than Chinese people.
That's
are
what
now.
happens a lot of these
because they like locked on
You
to their
gotta hold on to
Chineseness.
this. Yes.
And whereas they're like, well, we updated stuff. Like,
Of course, there's like there's like prayers and poems and shit that they have over here that you never heard of.
Yeah, right.
and
There's like tea
food.
ceremonies that they still do here that they don't do there. Like literally
Yeah,
shit like
yeah,
that.
yeah.
I heard. I was like, that's insane.
Dude, I that is so not true for Italians. Like, I went to Italy and I felt like
Oh, yeah.
Paulie Walnuts in the scene in Sopranos when they go back to Naples and he's looking at the plate of fish. He's like, "Where's the gravy?" Like, I was
It's
like,
like fresh fish and limousin. Hey, whoa,
dude, I was there for Italy's gorgeous. I was there for like 3 days. I was like, they must fucking hate everybody I grew up with. Like,
Yeah.
because everybody I grew up with is like an obnoxious
cartoon.
retard eating like loaves of bread every day, and these people are like hot,
Yeah.
slim,
They
like
got the
people with
fucking
a
shirt
good,
down.
Yeah,
they're eating like fresh fish and like drinking
Yeah.
espresso and smoking cigarettes and fucking each other. Everybody looks great.
Yeah.
And you go to like where I'm from, everybody's like 40 pounds overweight, and they're like, fuck it. It's just like,
Well, here's the
chest
thing.
hair and guts and white beaters.
Tommy
Yeah.
Pope would fit in. If Tommy Pope could go grab a Vespa and fucking catcall
Yeah,
some
he'd
fucking
look-
teenage
yeah.
girls, and he would fit in just
Well,
as
I love Tommy. He would be. They would want him. They would arrest him. They would want him out of their town.
think
So,
Tommy-
are you kidding?
You don't think Tommy? I've never been, but I don't know. Figs now wouldn't get through fucking customs.
Dude,
But
they don't want any of these people in their country. They don't want Tommy. They don't want Mike Figs. There's no part of nobody lives in the Amalfi Coast.
Yeah, yeah,
And it's
yeah.
like 160 pounds and sexy, and
Like
their mom owns
swimmers'
a coffee
bodies.
shop. Nobody's like, you know what we need here is Mike Figs and Tommy Pope. No, we need two loudmouths from New Jersey to be like, hey, it's a little hot today. Hey, you got a fucking air conditioner? Like nobody fucking. They live in an idyllic paradise.
yeah,
They do
just
not-
walking around drinking a Starbucks. Fucking no.
Yeah, no.
Drinking a Dunkin' Donuts.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, like an extra large Dunkin' Donuts coffee.
Yeah.
No part of them wants that.
That makes sense.
Yeah, but the Irish thing, people hold on to I don't know why, but it doesn't matter what mix you are. Like if you've 10% Irish, there's a good chance your family holds on to
yeah,
it.
they
Like,
claim it. Yeah,
They claim it, whereas you could be kind of Welsh. They've never even left the country, which is a crazy one. Welsh people just never leave.
Yeah.
They have the opposite.
yeah.
of the
There's not a
Irish.
big Wales.
The Irish
population.
love leaving. That's
Yeah.
like just built in our blood. As soon as you just like look
Well, the
up, you go,
famine
I'm
really
outta
got you
here.
guys
Fuck
good.
this.
Famine got you.
Famine got
Famine
you
got
good.
us good. Yeah, I don't like the way you phrased it.
Famine got
good.
you.
Hey, look, we'll be back.
We're
You better
bouncing
watch
back.
out because we're coming back for that guy.
It's so funny. The famine was like potatoes went bad, and you guys are like, "Fuck,
It's over.
Yeah.
what are we gonna do?"
Yeah.
It's weird
That
that-
was all we ate.
Well, that was all we had. That was.
But
that was all
before
we
that,
had.
what did you eat? I guess I don't know.
No, but it was
Stews.
You don't understand. Ireland was under English occupation, so all of the good food and land was sent over to England.
Yeah.
So all the fish, all the real food was taken from us, and then the English just used that to grow for their own crops. And then
Oh,
we
yeah.
were given shit land, and on the shit land you could only grow potatoes, which
Yeah.
was actually from Peru. They're not even.
Yeah, they're
like,
not.
in that-
They're American.
And then once the potatoes died out, we had not. You couldn't
The
grow
blight
it.
got ya.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so just
Not the
people like
blight.
they say people were dying of like they were like they had like grass stains on their lips and shit because they were like eating grass trying to survive. Yeah. It's a common misconception actually that I hear a lot of open mics. They go, no potatoes. I'd rather die. Take your steak back.
Yeah, no, they chose to because of
But
lack
I'll
of
tell
potatoes.
you what, I don't understand how the Irish are only kind of new to potatoes because I fucking love them.
Yeah, everybody loves them. They're perfect.
Right.
Yeah,
I like Irish food, if it's done well, gets a bad rap.
I always say Irish food is good. It's like those rainy days you're coming home from school, you get caught in the rain, and then you get home and there's like that will warm up your body. It's like stew,
beef
it's
stew,
boiled dinner.
Yeah, in the summer, horrible. If the weather is above 60, Irish food is disgusting.
I did
No,
see
you
this,
don't want a cottage pie in the middle of July.
but when you're caught in a blizzard, that's
it's homey.
That's the only time.
It's cozy food.
Yeah, but I've seen like I don't know. I follow this guy. He runs like this. I forget where it is, but it's on like the west coast of Ireland. It's like beautiful coastal stuff, and it's just all like fresh seafood and shit. It looks amazing.
Yeah, I think they're much better. I think they're much more educated with the type of food. I don't know. I think it's different. You know, I grew up. We never ate out. We just ate whatever my parents cooked.
Yeah,
I
true.
never ate out in my life until I really moved to America.
I met this Irish comic in the UK. His name's Mark, long hair. He knows you, but he might just know you because you're doing well in the US. Nice guy though. But he was telling me his buddy is like a big party guy. He's like a cokehead, but he's really personable, charismatic. Some town in Western Ireland hired him to like colonize, to like build them a town. So he's like there. He like has to go to real estate investors and like schmooze them and take them out drinking and convince them to try to develop. Yeah. And he's like this beautiful Western coastal town, but there's like 400 people there. There's like no infrastructure. Wow. So it's this guy gets paid like a bunch from the government to go schmooze real estate developers and to try to build them.
He's just an ambassador for a small village.
And he goes
sounds
it.
Yeah.
He's like, they could use them all.
And he was like, he's a fucking cokehead, but he's got a great personality.
There's fucking, I can't remember. There was someone I knew who had to, he worked for like Deutsche Bank or whatever. And his whole job was just when all these big time investors and stuff came over, he just had to party with them all weekend. And it was like a type of job where it was like after 2 years, like I got to get out of this because like these guys would come over and he would get them the good tables and he'd bring them out and they'd go to the strip club and they'd be doing coke and there'd be whores.
Yeah.
And that was his whole, like he never went into the office. Like it was kind of like he was just this party time guy who was high end up at these fucking banks.
Sweetens the deals for him.
Yeah, but it's like after 2 years of that, you're just like, fuck me.
Dude.
Can you imagine how exhausting it would be to be a cokehead?
Yeah,
I think about
horrible.
that. I'm like, dude, if you do blow, it's like not only it like ruins 2 days of your life.
Ruins my whole life.
Yeah,
It ruins my whole life. I've never woken up after fucking blow being like, thank God I did that.
Yeah.
That was great. Oh my God, what a decision. That was so good.
You're just a shell of a man.
Yeah.
Like I
That
feel like
wedding would've
depleted of
sucked.
vitamins.
I know your bones are brittle.
I think about a guy doing that every day. I'm like, you haven't been present for years. Like if you're doing coke, like if you're a cokehead like that, because if I'm like, if I went out and did blow the next day, it's like I'm like I can't think. I have no personality.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You're
it's
like a ghost.
Yeah.
You're like a gray man.
You're just kind of disconnected.
Yeah, no, I can't. I'm so sad, like deeply sad and cranky too. Like mean.
Yeah.
I was in Miami. I did a bunch of coke, and my friend wanted to go to a pool party the next day. And he was like, I woke up at like noon, and he's like, "Hey, the pool party's at 1 if you want to go." And I go, "Who the fuck would want to do that?"
Yo, I was having a great time in the sun. Fuck you.
And I was literally like, "What the fuck is your problem?" I was
Close the blinds.
and he was like, "Jesus."
Yeah.
I was like, "What?"
know.
Such a little bitch, dude.
Yeah, I can't think of one good. And the problem is like I'm getting better at it now, but like there's times like when you first start going on the road and people hear you from podcasts, they show up and it's like, "Yo, here's drugs for you," and you're just like, "I guess I'll fucking." And that's on a Thursday. By the time you're flying home on a Sunday, you're just like, "I'm never going back to fucking Boise." I
can't go to Boise.
Never again. But there was one time someone fucking gave me a bag. I was like just saying hello to some fans afterwards. Someone gave me like a bag and I was like, "Oh, thanks." And the next guy came up and was like, "You want this?" And he immediately handed it to the person behind him because I was like, "Just keep on walking, folks."
Nice.
I need like a sign. you ever see there was like a sign of
Do
some
not
guy?
give me blow.
Yeah, there was a sign of a guy in a library going, "Do not talk to me. I get too distracted." And he'd going, "Do not give this guy cocaine."
Dude, I remember
Other drugs, okay.
I did coke one time, and the next day, it was like I could tell that colors looked duller than they usually do. I was like, to the point where I was like, "This is hacky." I was like, "This is like hacky."
Yeah,
It was
Yeah,
like-
the
it
rods
was-
and cones. Were
like my perception of like everything was kind of gray.
yeah,
Yeah,
you were
of
like
course.
adjusting the fucking TV.
It was like a stupid scene from like a Looney Tunes
Oh my
episode. I'm like, this
God.
is insane.
Yeah, that's
But
ridiculous.
doing it is the best.
Oh, it's the
Yes.
greatest.
While you're on it.
I've never had a bad experience on it.
Oh, yeah,
But it's
I've just stayed up way too late.
You
Yeah.
stay up late or something, but I've never experienced like paranoia or really anxiety either.
Doing it?
No, not
No.
really.
No, me neither. It's
No.
3 days after.
Like the
Weed
stereotype is
is
like you're paranoid and crazy. Maybe if you're a cokehead and you're doing a bunch of blow or something like all the time, maybe you probably get freaked out and sleep deprived and weird. But like a couple bumps, like after drinking a lot, I'm
What?
never
No, you
not
just kind of
enjoyed
drink
that.
longer.
You just drink longer. You kind of like
in it.
you kind of get back to you
Yeah.
know I can form sentences again. It's like
Yeah.
nice.
I saw a video. I'm pretty sure I watched this video while on coke, being like, "What does coke do to you?"
You're like,
And it was just saying how it's like every single line is diminished returns.
Oh,
So like
yeah.
your first line gets you fucking certain amount of high. Your second one is like half of it. That's when you
Yeah,
start
yeah,
getting
yeah.
bigger lines and you start
Yeah,
doing them faster
yeah,
and
yeah.
faster.
Why does it sober you up?
it's a
Um,
stimulant
oh, it does, and
because
it
alcohol is a depressant, so it's a central nervous
But there's a
system
weird
depressant.
thing, isn't there? A weird thing there. It's like it technically doesn't sober you up. It's like it's more like it makes you focus. Like you're still like wobbly and shit, but you're focused on your wobbles.
Yeah, I
or
think like your motor skills are still gone,
I
but
don't
I
know
think
what
it's
the
just
fuck.
literally like your synapses can fire again. Like that's why you can't form coherent sentences when you're drinking, and that's why you talk faster when you're on coke, and it kind of meets in the middle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember I was out one time and I was
I will
like,
say, guys, if you're about to drive home drunk, rip a line.
Yeah.
Be safe.
yes,
Be safe.
responsible.
Be
Be
responsible.
responsible drunk driving.
We care about you, dude.
A couple of gator tails before you jump in the Buick.
Gator tails. No, I've driven drunk probably 3 or 4 times. It's always been really
Good time.
bad.
I hit a stop sign.
Oh, you hit a stop sign?
Yeah, I was in high school. I was drunk. I hit a stop sign.
Nice.
I pulled out
You hit
like
the stop sign
yeah,
drunk.
dude. It was in the snow in Buffalo.
At least you saw it.
He stopped.
Dude, I literally there was a car here and a car here, and I weaved my car in between them
Nice.
in the driveway, and actually got out, like pulled a nice driving maneuver for how drunk I was. And then literally, I only know this by looking at the tire track marks. I drove directly across the lawn, and so it was literally looked like I like pulled this great nimble driving maneuver, and then celebrated by going full speed into a stop sign. Like the tracks were like directly across the front lawn. I just like pounded the stop sign, hit the curb, my wheel exploded. It was a disaster.
Oh my god! And then you get a DUI then when they
No,
show
I
up. Or?
I made it down this hill.
Oh, you left from that. You just
And my wheel was off of my tire was off the wheel.
sparking?
So I don't remember the sparks. I was really drunk, but I remember the whole car was going the whole way down the hill. And I pull into this parking lot, and there were like kids that were like kind of Motorhead kids in the parking lot that I went to high school with. They were kind of like kids that just dropped
car
acid
kids?
and worked on cars and
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
Yeah, they're kind of like metal head type
Yeah,
kids.
yeah.
And they gave me a spare tire.
No
There's a
way.
spare. Well, there's a spare in the back of my car, but I didn't know. I don't know shit about cars. They were like, "Dude, do you have a donut?" And I was like, "I don't know what that is." And they were like, "Just give us."
You hungry?
They were like, "Give us your keys." And then they just opened the back trunk, and there was like a spare tire. I was like, "Oh shit!"
Change your tire?
Changed my tire. Yeah, in the parking lot
What a
of,
blessing.
of the
Wow.
Tops, the grocery
He's
store.
looking out for you.
Yeah,
nice. Is everyone just drunk driving up in fucking
In Buffalo?
in Buffalo?
yeah, yeah. Kid I know
There's
killed.
no other way to get around, right?
No, I mean, you got to get home.
Yeah, of course.
Kid I know killed a girl.
Hey, you gotta have a buzz.
Yeah,
You gotta have fun.
I already went out. I'm going to drink.
yeah.
Killed a guy?
Killed a girl. This was like a month or two
Jesus,
ago. I know.
my biggest fear of
Kid I know
life.
killed a girl. Yeah, he killed a girl, and I know a girl that flipped her car. She got a morning DUI, morning after DUI.
Oh,
She had a full
no.
night of sleep, woke up drunk, drove home. It was icy. She flipped her car 90
Oh,
degrees,
no.
and she slid like this into a cement wall that was next to the road.
God.
Oh,
And
she killed herself.
No, she lived. And then the
Oh.
cops showed up and they breathalyzed her. And she
Oh.
was still hammered.
I
for the
don't
night
think
before.
that, Your Honor. We're not fucking pussies. I think if you have a couple of hours sleep, you're still drunk. That's not your problem. you've done your deed.
Yeah,
should be-
you've done your time.
I want to see I want to see your Apple Watch. How many hours did you get? What was what's the REMs?
Dude,
Well, let me know.
yeah.
It should be illegal to breathalyze someone while the sun's out. That should be like a form of police brutality.
You just go, get home.
Yeah.
Sunset. Got 28 minutes.
You're like, dude, I'm day drinking. Relax.
Yeah. I think
2
the morning after doesn't count. I've done that plenty of times. Weird.
Drunk
I
partied
did
all
that.
night,
but
drunk.
I was like coking and drinking and did that, and it was just like a nightmare because I was late for work. I was like scared.
course.
I like popped out of bed really fast and then got on the road, and I was 2 hours away from work too. I was drinking in fucking St. Augustine. I had to
But
go
by
to
the
work
time you
and-
got to work, you were sober. So.
yeah, exactly.
Don't
I
worry
went
about
from
it.
drunk to hungover while driving. It was
Also,
a
you were probably you
horrible
pulled over,
experience.
you grab a coffee, you get yourself a
I
fucking
did
breakfast
exactly
sandwich.
that.
Of course.
Yeah, I did all of
And you're
that.
just
And I was like, I'm like, oh god, I was like so panicked because
Yeah.
I was like, I am drunk. And then halfway to fucking Orlando, I was like, I feel like shit. Like I was just like, I'm sick.
Dude, so I'll wake up hungover and like anxious. I'm like, I just need a coffee, and then I drink like a giant coffee. And I'm like,
Yeah.
now I'm terrified.
Now you're just-
now it's not
Well,
even
I'm
anxiety.
scared.
It's just pure fear. I'm just experiencing raw fear.
yeah.
yeah.
I'm like, thank God. I'm like, all I need is a coffee.
I'm so scared
All I
right
need
now.
is 300 milligrams of caffeine.
The caffeine to
even
wake you up so you can be more aware of your own feelings is
Yeah,
the bad. It's the
yeah.
worst. Sometimes you got to do it. So
Yeah.
all I do is drink a gallon of coffee, try to fight this
Well,
hangover.
Finnerty was telling me that you call
Shut up, Indy.
shouts out
Shout
to
out
Finnerty.
Finnerty.
He was telling me that we call it we've been calling it hangxiety here,
Oh,
whatever you
yeah,
wake up
yeah,
hungover. That Irish people call it the fear.
The fear, yeah.
awesome.
They call it the fear,
The
yeah.
fear.
The fear wakes you up and go, hello.
The fear.
The fear. And then they said the hair of the dog is the cure.
The cure, yeah. I'm the fear.
These
I'm
are
the
way
cure.
better names than
Such
ours.
better
Irish, like the colloquialisms for all sorts of
All the drinking
all
stuff?
the different drinking stuff is crazy.
It's
Like
so
you
great.
should Google it, but there's like a list for like the describing getting drunk. There's
Yeah.
like just 1,000 ways to say it.
It's like Eskimo words for snow.
Yeah, it's like I was pissed.
I was pissed is the
steaming.
one
I
I
was
would say.
hammered. I was wasted. It just keeps going on forever.
Dude,
Shit faced, gee-eyed is a good one. Gee-eyed.
gee-eyed.
That's your so a gee is your pussy.
It's like you're like
So
this.
you're like,
So pussy-eyed, yeah. So
Dude,
your eyes
that's
look,
how
like
fucking
pussies.
Luke gets, dude. Luke gets
Oh,
gee-eyed.
you got
yeah, I
Luke,
get-
Luke looks
Squinty?
down at you after a certain amount of drinks. He's like, hey.
Yeah.
You got the squints on them.
He's like,
Yeah, I
"Hey."
turned into a happy Chinese guy.
That's
Yeah,
alright.
yeah,
Oh,
bro,
oh,
yeah,
oh,
literally like you look
Very
like Robert De Niro.
more
Yeah.
De Niro. Hey, fellas, look, we always end the pod with a question from the Patreon. First of
Oh,
all,
great.
what are you
Great.
plugging, fellas?
Oh,
What's
yeah,
up
Rough
with you
Week
guys?
Podcast.
Just listen to the podcast.
And go to my Instagram, Chris Gene Official. I got a bunch of dates in the Midwest in March.
Hell
if
yeah.
you live in Kansas City or Minneapolis, I'll mostly be there.
Ooh, the bright lights. The bright
but
lights.
mostly just listen to the podcast.
Yeah, but
Check
mostly
out the
listen to
pod.
Rough
Check out
Week.
the pod.
Okay.
Also,
Okay, and go see me live, dude. If you
just listen to the podcast.
all
dude.
right, man,
And then you
whatever.
can decide if he's worth
listen to a couple episodes of Rough Week
Yeah.
and then go,
Don't-
would I want to see this guy?
You're not gonna go see him off of this. Go listen to the podcast.
no, he's holding back the good stuff.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm saving it for the act.
Come see me on the road, all right? A lot of these dates have been empty. Okay? No one's coming to see me, and they're cancelling late shows on me. All right? I'm being honest with you fucks. Come see me. I don't know why they booked me in fucking Portland, but they did. And that's not going to happen.
That's so funny to be like, please come see me. Please come see me. I haven't been selling any tickets. Nobody's been.
I've been setting records for the amount of cancelled dates. They put a plaque on the wall. Most amount, lowest number of shows. But I've got dates all over the country. Where am I? I'm all over the place. Milwaukee, Chicago for St. Patrick's Day. Then I'm opening for Ari on his tour for a couple of weeks. And then I've got loads more dates all across the country. Go to columtyrrell.com for all those dates. All right. Questions. You got to get your questions on the Patreon. It's $10.08 for the year. Shout out to local 1008. It's $1 a month, or you can get it for the year for $10.08. And everyone signs up for the $10.08 so that they can be part of the exclusive club that gets a shirt. Danny K, which is, I like this because it's very vague. Which group is going to have a big 2024? Shout out to Danny K for that very vague question. What is a group? What is a group?
Which group?
Which group?
Which group? I'm saying I'm not going to shout out teen straights. I think a lot of the straights are going to be back in action.
The straights are going to be back.
I think they went.
Things are going to get less gay.
I think people are going to get less fucking fucking so and so.
Yeah.
Straights are gonna have a big comeback, I think.
Yeah.
I'm gonna choose a betting favorite and go Jews.
Jews have a good one.
Jews.
They just consistently have.
Jews have been nothing but net for like 80 years. I'm gonna go.
They're like the S&P 500.
Yeah, look, they never have a standout year, but it's just always consistently.
Yeah, it's 4% year to year.
Every
Yeah.
year. They don't have a bad year.
No, yeah.
They got their bad years out.
Yeah.
Jews, yeah.
They got those out of the way.
Really the Tom Brady of races at this point. I'm gonna go Jews.
You think they're finally gonna get rid of those animals in Palestine? They're finally gonna wipe out their enemies. I hear you. They're about to have some prime real estate in Gaza.
The thorn in their side.
Jews are master marketers, dude. You'll see they're like, a hospital was bombed in Gaza today. 400,000 Palestinian children were vaporized. And then literally you'll turn on Instagram, people are like, I'm noticing a lot of anti-Semitism in New York City. I'm like, they got good marketing.
It's-
So
Why
I go
don't you
Jews.
release the hostages?
Someone tore down a sign.
Yeah,
You're like,
exactly.
hospital.
Someone didn't pay their tab at my
At my deli.
at
I
my
saw
deli.
Schumer's on a little media tour now to promote some shit, and
Schumer's wild, dude.
She was naughty.
cooking.
So funny, she interrupted Sagalow's set years ago, and now she looks just like him. Shout out Sagalow.
I'm gonna start interrupting like
Hey,
hot
hey.
guys comedy, so hopefully I shape shift.
Yeah, dude. Just run on stage at Matt Rice show.
Yeah,
You're
dude, I'm
six
gonna
pack
interrupt
2 years
right.
later.
Can I just run my SNL set? But the best was after that, and then they all started ripping her to shreds online. So then she texts Sagalo and being like, "Hey, I hope you're not talking shit about me on your
Oh
podcast."
my
Because
God.
Sagalo did talk shit about her
She,
on a
like,
podcast
strong-armed
afterwards.
him.
I
But
was
it was
in the
also
room.
like, look, that was a freak long. That one was like 7 years ago.
I was in the
8 years
room
ago.
when that
Forever
happened.
Were you there?
Like
Yeah, I was there.
Caroline's?
I was in the room at Caroline's.
Good lord.
It was wild, dude. She literally just walked through the crowd until she got 5 feet from the stage and
says,
screamed
"Hey."
Brendan until he
It's
walked
Amy.
off and gave her the mic. Brendan,
"Hey,
it's
can I-
Amy. Can I do some time?
Because she was running around. This was back before the cellar had
and it
fucking
was when
15
she was
rooms.
before people
Yeah.
hated her. Dude,
Yeah.
there were women. I felt so bad for Sagalo because his first time headlining. There were women in the crowd weeping tears of joy.
Oh,
no.
Jesus.
It was just my
Women
worst
are
nightmare.
fucking-
It was like 2017. It was
Women
a
are
gay year.
dipshits, right?
That's
Yeah.
way worse than like them hating it.
Yeah, it was prime.
That they were excited.
It was like the
about
worst time.
She was
in-
huge back then.
Yeah.
Yes, that was such
Huge now.
that was a dark time for comedy.
Yeah.
That sucks.
Anyway, but she's
Anyway,
been. I don't
shout
think.
out
I don't
Sagalo.
think she's been on a little fucking tour now, showing everyone her
Weird.
massive face.
She's
And that's the only reason I even know it, is because everyone's like, "Look at this moon face." And not racist.
no.
No.
I don't even know who's
I don't
that would
cheat.
be about.
You never heard. You don't. You need to get into.
Okay,
the
I can
fucking,
think about it
You
for
get
a
into the
moment.
right.
I'll think
groups.
my group probably. I think Republicans, dude. They're gonna fucking. Does that count?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
they're
good.
winning 2024. I mean, that's the first thing I thought.
They're
of.
gonna win.
I think they're
of
gonna win.
dude. Speaking, I've been having so many moments where I'm like, Trump's gonna win. Speaking of Schumer, she was on Jimmy Fallon, and they did a bit where she does stand up, and there's background dancers dancing behind her. And I was like, yeah,
That
dude,
is brutal.
Trump's gonna win.
Why
for
did they
sure.
do that? Why they dress up as the vaccine?
Yeah,
I
that
don't
was horrific.
I don't even know what it was, dude. She was doing stand up with like Beyonce style
Oh.
backup dancers. I was
Yeah.
like, there's no shot.
And the
Biden
funny thing
wins.
is when they set that up as if it's like came up naturally. They're like, so he's like, so Amy, you like Beyonce?
They shoehorn that in.
You like music, right? And he's like, yeah, I love Beyonce. Wouldn't it be great if I could do like if stand-up comedians could have a backup dancer? He goes, we're gonna give this a go. And then you go,
oh my god, I love it. Oh yeah, I love it.
nine choreographed dancers come out dressed in the same. What are the odds that
What are the odds that they were here? Just a bunch
Yeah.
of backup dancers, big
I was
Schumer
like that
fans.
when I did the Tonight Show, because you get to see them they do the rehearsals. You know what I mean? Not all the celebrities do the rehearsals, but some of them do. And
Yeah.
then they did a like impromptu song or something like that. Now I'm later on watching them going, not organic.
Yeah.
I know I saw that earlier. That was pre-written.
It's contrived.
He asked him that question earlier. So that she hit those points.
Did you meet Fallon?
Yeah.
Nice guy.
He's a robot. He was fine. He just came up and goes, "Oh, yes."
I heard he's a big drinker.
I heard he is. Yeah, but not during that time.
True.
Maybe unless he scrubs it up during the day, but he's a fucking. You could see exactly what he does is like he nails whatever you need to be a Tonight Show host.
Yeah.
He is just nails it. Never an inch this way, never an inch that way. Just kind
Dead
of
center.
just perfectly balanced, floating through life. And then he met my girl.
Just a
and shit.
giggling vessel of
He's
whatever
like, hey,
comes
oh,
in
hey.
front
and
of
he
him.
met my girl, and he doesn't say like nice to meet you, and he's just like, oh great, you had fun, thanks. And then he was asking me questions like, so what are you doing comedy? And I'm like, yeah, I just did comedy. Oh great.
Did you stand up?
I like him.
Wow, it's great. Oh yeah.
Yeah. But whatever he does, look, it would be nice then to see if he ever just like lost. But I don't think he gets in his being. But if he lost a job and then became like just a kind of like, yo, fuck all of you. Like he can't say what he
it
really
was bad.
wanted. I just don't think that's actually in his.
No.
But I knew a guy who worked in like a cheesemonger's.
Go on.
He just worked in a cheese store in Manhattan, and Fallon would live nearby, and Fallon would come in fucking.
Get cheese?
After a couple of fucking
After a couple
of pints?
stiff ones.
a couple of little midday martinis, and then he would be like just wasted, and he'd be
Buying
like
cheese?
he'd be rolling fucking wheels down aisles, and his shirt's hanging off. He's like, and then it was like, oh god, here's Jimmy, and he'd come in, and he'd be like rubbing fucking blue cheese with some random bitch's face.
Where's my fucking grin?
And then you see him 20 minutes later interviewing fucking Celine Dion.
That's so funny. That's the rich guy's version of like being blackout in a McDonald's. You're just blackout in a
Shit
cheese
face
shop.
at the cheese store.
Just trying different
It's like,
cheeses.
dude, I'm fucked up, dude. I could really go for
Them fuckers.
I could really go for some goat's cheese.
Nice.
Yeah. So that's
shit,
a question.
bro.
I said straights. You said the Jews. You
Jews.
said Republicans. So
Yeah.
actually, there's a circle there of just the perfect person. There's a perfect. Someone's just gonna have this perfect
Yeah,
year.
it's right there.
Yeah.
Just a Jewish Republican straight guy.
Yeah.
Straight Jewish Republican. We're just
No
describing.
one said
Really, Ben Shapiro's gonna have
He's
quite
gonna
the
have a
year.
hell of a year.
No one said minorities or anything there. We didn't even go close to the.
If you put odds on it, if I could get
Choose
like
a
100
minority.
Okay.
Numbers.
Okay. Yeah.
I would take 1,000-to-1 odds on black people.
1,000 to 1?
1,000-to-1, yeah.
That's terrible.
Well,
Well, I don't see a big thing. We're all 3 months in. I haven't heard a peep out of no one.
no, Jews, you got to like bet $100 to win 5.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
But you're not gonna
big
lose.
favorites.
The Jews are the old reliable.
Oh, reliable, yeah. Tom Brady of races.
You never know. Who knows? Maybe some of these Arabs will just show up and fucking fuck them up. Maybe some of these
I
fucking.
don't think that's gonna happen. That's like betting on Israel Palestine. Is if you put 100 on Israel, you win $5.
Yeah.
In
It's not
America,
even close.
like Muslim guys will fuck up Jews in America, like fist fight wise.
Yeah.
Like I've seen some Jack Muzzies, and I've seen almost no Jack Jews. You don't see many muscular Jews.
Not in this
trying to
country. The
think of,
country, the ones like it's like the ones that came here, the ones that left fucking and came here, all became this little asthmatic accountants. Whereas the ones back in Israel are just fucking spinning heel kicks into a woman's head.
Yeah.
They're just elbow dropping Palestinian women. Well, isn't Krav Maga? Everything I've ever heard about Krav Maga is like, all right, you poke them in the eyes and you pull their dick off. And
yeah.
You fist them in the ass and then you punch them in the balls. Like every Krav Maga technique involves like just, all right, you fucking flicker chicks' nipples. And then
once you get him subdued on the ground, you stick your thumb in his asshole, and then that really, what that does is it really it debilitates.
I love
him.
he's going to clench his body and naturally
Yes.
open his eyes and then you gouge him out.
Yes, you pin him down by the shoulders, and then you stick your tongue in his mouth.
He's emasculated.
I love it.
Cannot handle being emasculated.
Just being taught by Woody Allen. This like, your sensei is Woody
just
Allen.
the most crooked, like,
Yeah.
just
So you want
question mark spine
Kick him
Woody
in the
Allen.
shin.
That's
Man, he's
the
not
thing.
looking.
People don't understand, dude. Weinstein, it wasn't rape. He was doing Krav Maga.
That's what he learned in the IDF.
Yeah.
You come in the plant and you
No,
smash
this is
the plant
IDF
up
training, dude. Yeah.
That's why his dick was so fucked up.
Yeah.
From all the sparring.
Exactly. He's putting Rose McGowan in a full Nelson.
Dude, you heard his dick is crazy.
What's wrong with his dick?
It was it egg shaped or was
No,
it?
that's
Epstein.
Epstein. Well, no, he basically you take enough dick pills, they stop working. You have to shoot it into your cock, and then he would get infections from doing. This is what I heard. You get like gangrene on his dick from like shooting, like mainlining Viagra into his cock.
Oh my god.
So it like exploded.
That's insane
Oh
to
my
someone who's
God.
And he had
not
like a ball in
porn
his like
star.
leg.
Yeah.
Because his balls were so fucked up, he had to like get one in his leg.
Oh my god! But he was probably
This is all
like so
hearsay.
he was probably so fat and diabetic that it was like he couldn't get hard any other way.
Yeah.
So
Right,
that's
right,
why
right.
he probably had to.
He's like an old fat guy.
He's a rough looking person.
They all
He
seem to
looks-
have fucked up cocks. These guys. It's like it's always just word getting
Yeah.
around that they have
Oh,
fucked
yeah,
up cocks.
Epstein had the
It's never rare. It's never. You never hear of some guy who just had a beautiful 8-inch shiny,
No.
just
Well,
beautifully.
yeah, that guy, the
Those are-
Nightcrawler. What was his name?
Yeah,
You know what
Yeah.
I'm talking about?
Yeah,
Richard
yeah,
Ramirez.
Yeah, he,
Ramirez.
like, he had-
Ramirez.
famously had a micro penis.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh no, I don't know about the Nightcrawler, but yeah, the Golden State guy had one too.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they
guys
all-
with fucked up dicks do achieve their goals, whereas
You
every
got it.
homeless guy you see has just a hog out.
Yeah.
beautiful
yeah.
hog.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's all a
Bill
motivation game.
Bill Clinton had the curly fucking thing going on.
Oh yeah, it was what going up.
I don't know which angle, but I, never, I don't know. But
I've
it was
seen that
curling, and
porn.
one of the it was.
My
See
dick
that poor
curves
guy
up.
that's got a straight U, and
Oh,
you're
my
like,
dick
whoa.
curves up.
My
Not like
curls,
a U,
my
but
curls a little, but not
Mine
crazy.
I mean, I veer left.
Yeah,
I
mine,
veer up pretty hard.
I
I
veer.
curve up.
up to the left.
Someone
mine
told me
is,
it's because I jack right.
no, it's
That's just no
something to do with there's like
'cause
a
I'm
callus.
jacking.
No, it's there's a callus in your dick.
That would be
And then when the blood flows, it flows faster on one side than the other. So when you get hard, that's
takes a
low.
left.
Yeah, so some people have really callous cocks and they will fucking curl like fucking.
interesting.
Wow.
Yeah,
No, mine's
yeah.
pretty. It's a soft. It's a veer.
It's
you know,
fine.
it's not
Women
a
like
turn.
women like that shit.
They
don't
love that
You know what?
stuff.
Fuck these
Women
horses.
love
Who gives a
beer.
fuck what they
They
want?
love that,
Who
yeah.
gives a fuck what they like?
Let's take the power back, dude.
Fucking yes. All right, everybody. Colum Tyrrell Podcast. Thank you. Check out Rough Week.
Check out
Thanks,
Rough
thanks
Week.
to the boys. Bye.
Appreciate it.